the foundation of everything. So before we touch on finances, marketing, or operations, let's talk mindset. Being a sole trader means you are the engine of the business. If you're exhausted, overwhelmed, or full of doubt, it will show in your work. You need to cultivate a growth mindset, and that means seeing failures as lessons, staying flexible and willing to adapt, and believing in your ability to improve and figure things out, even when the path ahead isn't clear. Burnout is real, so is imposter syndrome and comparison. That will kill your momentum faster than anything. So stay in your lane, track your own growth, and make self-care a priority. This isn't fluff, it's strategy. An example of self-care is before I sat down to record this podcast episode today, I had a workout. I prioritized the workout above all else because I know if I leave it later in the day, I'm not going to do it. But having done it, I feel so much better, and it's done. I can now move on and get on with the rest of my day. Segment 2 is financial management. So got to know your numbers. So because if you don't have a clear handle on your numbers, you're not running a business. You've got an expensive hobby. Here's what to focus on. Separate personal and business finance. So get a business account. Track everything. That's income, expenses, mileage, subscriptions. Save for taxes. At least 20 to 30% of your income should go into a tax account. So for my business account, I have 2 strands to my account. I have everything that the money gets paid into, plus I have a separate side account under that same account number that I can just transfer I tend to transfer 20%. So 20% of whatever I earn goes straight into that account. I don't have a card for that side of it. I have to log into my account to be able to access that money. I can access that money, but I have to log in. Whereas for the main business account, I have a card that I can withdraw money and make transactions with. But I have them separate. So there's no shocks and no surprises when it comes to doing my tax return. I know that the money's there and I haven't got to panic and worry about trying to find that money. And also pay yourself. Yes, even if it's modest, you deserve consistent income. And if you're not sure where to start, use either accounting software like QuickBooks, Xero, or even a detailed spreadsheet to start. And this isn't sponsored by either of the brands. They're just the first 2 that spring to mind. I personally don't use accounting software. I actually pay an accountant to do my tax return, so I don't have to. The good thing about that is once they invoice me, I can include it in my liabilities and get part of that payment back in deductions. Most importantly, don't wait until tax time to get organised. Segment 3 is marketing. Be seen, be remembered. You could be the best at what you do, but if no one knows about you, you're going to struggle. I recently responded to a thread on exactly this, where I said you can be the best at what you do that there has ever been. Failure to market and sell yourself, and you're the best the world has never seen. Marketing is where a lot of sole traders fall flat because it feels overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Start with the basics. So know your niche, who you serve, and what problem you solve. Be consistent, whether it's social media, newsletters, or networking. Pick 1 or 2 channels and show up regularly. Being selective on the channels you choose is so important because if you try to be everywhere, you'll end up not being anywhere because you'll just spread yourself too thin. Tell your story. People connect with people. Share your journey, not just your products or services. Again, this is something I've spoken about before. Humans live vicariously through others, which has been proven by the sheer number of reality TV shows there are. Build an email list. Social media is great, but you own your list. Marketing is about connection, not perfection. So just start. Segment 4 is client experience, your reputation builder. Happy clients are your best marketing tool. Word of mouth is gold, especially for sole traders. So focus on clear communication. Set expectations from the start. Solid onboarding and offboarding. So have systems that make working with you seamless. And aftercare. Follow up. Thank your clients. Ask for testimonials and stay in touch. Great client experience leads to referrals, repeat business, and a stronger brand. Segment 5 is time management, your most limited resource. As a sole trader, time is your currency, so managing it wisely is everything. Disclaimer, this is still something I struggle with. So try this, and I do a lot of these, and I found them really, really helpful, especially time block your week. So allocate set hours for client work, admin, marketing, and rest. Rest is so important. Batch tasks. Group similar tasks together for better focus. Use tools, so calendar apps, task managers like Trello. Automations can free up tons of brain space. Know your limits. If you're stretched too thin, it's time to raise prices or rethink your offer. If you're struggling to figure out what to charge, I'll link a blog post I wrote explaining how you can work out your hourly rate to help you get started. Remember, work smart, not just hard. And number 6 is growth. Play the long game. Lastly, let's talk growth. Sustainable growth comes from regularly reviewing your business. What's working, what's not. Investing in yourself, courses, coaching, community. Diversifying income streams, products, online offerings, collaborations. Setting boundaries so growth doesn't come at the expense of your health or happiness. Remember, growth doesn't have to mean scaling huge. It can mean deeper impact, better clients, or more free time. Define success on your terms. So to wrap up, being a sole trader is one of the most empowering and challenging paths you can walk. But with clarity, strategy, and intention, you can build something truly incredible. So a quick recap: build a strong mindset, master your finances, market consistently, deliver an exceptional client experience, manage your time like a pro, and grow with purpose. That's your blueprint. Thanks for tuning into the podcast. If you've got value from today's episode, share it with a friend or leave a review. It helps more than you know. Keep showing up, keep learning, and keep building your version of success. Until next time, be creative, be inspired, be you.